Hi, welcome to today's yoga flow. My name is Kyuri and I will be guiding your practice today. Today, we're going to focus on a full body, easy flow to help you start your day or to help you wind down at the end of yours, whichever you prefer. But all we'll need is our mat today, so roll yours out and we'll begin whenever you're ready. So today, we'll actually begin reclined on our backs. So if you'd like, allow yourself to stretch out nice and long. Make sure your upper back, neck, and shoulders are supported by the mat. And then just tuck the shoulders slightly so that it feels like a nice flat platform against your upper back. Bring your hands out to your sides, palms facing up. We'll just start with a nice big inhale breath, filling up your chest, your ribs, your belly. Followed by a nice long exhale as you let it all go. Take another full breath in, expanding through the chest, the ribs, the belly. Followed by another long exhale out as you let it all go. We'll take 3 more like that to help set the tone. Allowing yourself to slow down from whatever happened during your day. Taking 2 more full breaths. Last one here. And as you finish up that final breath, we're going to bring our feet together. And then we're going to take a nice big inhale as you point through the toes, reach both of our arms all the way up overhead. Followed by an exhale as you release the feet, flexing the toes towards your face and releasing the arms down by your sides. Inhale again, point through the toes, reach the arms up overhead. Finally. And then exhale again, arms down, toes flex back towards your face. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Point the toes, reach the arms up overhead. And then again, as you exhale, flex the feet. Relax the hands down by your sides. Good. We'll slowly bend the knees. And then bring our feet nice and wide onto our mats. And then just taking our feet, knees side to side. They do gentle rocks. And our reclined 90-90s. And then we'll take our time to bring the knees all the way back to center, and then draw our feet hip distance apart and close to our hips. And then on your next inhale, we'll reach the hips up as you press down into the feet, reaching both of the arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, lower the hips and the arms back down to your sides, nice and slow. Moving at the pace of your own breath. Use your inhales to lift everything up and over. Followed by another exhale as you lower hips and arms. Good. We'll find 2 more like that. Inhale, extend and reach. And then exhale, lower. Last one here. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, lower. We'll take our time to slowly bend your knees into your chest, giving our lower back a chance to round in the opposite direction. And then maybe bringing our knees down towards our armpits and then just making a couple of really big circles as we roll out our lower back. And then we'll release the feet back down towards the ground, keeping the feet and your knees nice and wide. And then we'll take our knees over towards the right. And then as we find that nice deep stretch happening through the front quad of that left leg, you can take a left arm and reach it up overhead. And then turn your head over towards the right to create some space for your upper left trap. And then if you feel like you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can flex that left ankle to help support that left knee as you take that right ankle and hook it over that knee. So if that feels uncomfortable, try readjusting how far the foot is towards your hips. Maybe flex the ankle a little bit deeper to help support that. And if it still feels really uncomfortable, you can unhook that ankle and just allow gravity to do. But feel that nice gentle opening happening through that entire left side. as we allow for 2 more breaths. Good, last one here. And then take your time to slowly bring the left hand back down towards your side, bring your head back to center, allow both knees to come all the way back up to the top as well, and then allow both knees this time to fall over towards the left. Right arm reaches overhead as you turn your gaze over towards the left side. And then again, either flex that right ankle to help support the knee, and then left ankle crosses over the right knee to help support that. Deeper stretch. Again, make sure you're not feeling any pressure in that right knee, and if you are, just unhook that ankle and allow gravity to do the work. Allow yourself to breathe and expand a little bit deeper into that right lung, creating some space. And then we'll take 2 more breaths. Beautiful. One more. Good. Take your time as you finish up that second breath, and then unhook that left ankle. Bring that right arm down, head back to center, knees back to center. And then again, bring their knees back into your chest. And then this time, grab the back of the thighs rather than the shins. Roll yourself up into a tight little ball. And then use the momentum by rocking the feet forward and back, rolling the length of the spine until you come up to your seat. From here, you're going to just roll yourself over, come onto your hands and knees. And then we'll find our Chakrabhakasana, our toes. So make sure your knees are stacked underneath your hips, your wrists are stacked underneath your ankles. And then if you're really tight through your traps like me, you can widen your hands just a little bit to give it a little bit more space. And then on your next inhale, you can lift the gaze as you drop the belly, lifting the tailbone up. And then as you exhale, push the earth away, dome the top of your back, separating the shoulders, tuck your pelvis and chin underneath. Now just allow yourself to move at your own pace using your inhales for the arch and the exhales for the rounding. And just allow yourself to move a few more times at your own pace. Take one more. And as you find your next inhale, come back into a nice neutral spine. You'll gently bring your left hand to the center of the mat. And on your next inhale, we'll find a gentle twist as you reach that right arm up towards the sky, trying to keep your hips nice and even as you find that. And then as you exhale, reach towards the opposite side underneath your left armpit and make sure your head rotates. Inhale again, sweep the arm up overhead, reach. And then exhale again, sweep it underneath, allow the head to fall. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, big reach, stack the shoulders. And then as you exhale, you're going to this time drop your right shoulder all the way down onto your mat. Drop that ear down as well. And then take that left arm either up overhead and then tiptoe those fingers over towards the right corner of the mat as you help rotate that left shoulder open. And then from here, instead of having your hips kicking out to the left, rotate them, push them gently to your right. And you'll feel that nice long stretch happening that left side shoulder as well as the right one. Keeping that nice long breath. Beautiful. 2 more. And last. And slowly tiptoe those left fingers back to the center and then bring them all the way down by your face. And then use that to help lift your right arm back up towards the sky, ending on the inhale. And then using that exhale to gently release that hand back down towards the earth. We'll take it to the opposite side. So this time the right hand plants, and on your next inhale, your left arm reaches high. And then exhale, allow your head to follow as it sweeps underneath. And then inhale again, reach it up nice and long. Exhale, take it all the way through. One more time, inhale, reach. Good. And then on the exhale, slowly lower yourself down onto that left shoulder this time. Left ear rests. And then again, take that right arm and you reach it all the way up overhead. And then tiptoe those fingers over towards the left corner of the mat, helping you to rotate open. And then instead of having your booty to the right, push it over towards the left. Help you find that nice long stretch happening through your through your right lats, as well as your right shoulder blade. Really good. From there, take the right fingertips as you bring it back to center, and then place it right back by your face. Use that arm to help support yourself as you reach that left arm back up high. Before you exhale and plant that hand back down. Let's see. I always like to incorporate a little bit of core to help create some heat. So we're going to lower down onto our elbows. You can also stay up in your hands if you'd like. It's just giving our wrists a bit of a break. And then we'll tuck our toes underneath us. And instead of having our booty back like in cow pose, we're going to tuck our pelvis forward and then push down into our elbows and then gently lift the knees just an inch off the ground. From here, breathe nice away. Push back into the heels. Feel that gentle opening happening through your ankles and your calves, as well as the core engaging. Help lift the knees. Good. That was 2 breaths. We got 3 more. Well, 2 more. Beautiful. Last one. Good. Inhale here. And then on your next exhale, send your feet all the way back behind you and then gently lower the hips all the way down towards you. You'll find yourself in sphinx pose. And what you'll do is you're going to keep pushing down into your elbows. Keep your chest nice and broad, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Take a nice big inhale here as you press down into the tops of the feet. And then as you exhale, pull the navel in, support your lower back as you gently press into the palms as you lift yourself a little bit higher. It's not much. It makes a huge difference. And then exhale, lower down. Good. Inhale again, squeeze. And then exhale, pull the navel in, gentle push up. Good. And then inhale again, slowly lower. Good. Last time here, pull the belly in, exhale, press down into the palms, gently lift. And then gently lower yourself all the way back down towards the earth. We're going to slide our hands back by our rib cage, roll the elbows and shoulders back, and then take our time to roll ourselves either up to our knees or all the way up to our feet to find our first downward facing dog. Good. Once we find our downward dog, we'll find our alignment here as we push down into the fronts of our hands, pushing into the fingertips and the top knuckles of the palms, shrugging the shoulders up towards their heels to keep our shoulders nice and engaged. Pull the hips all the way up and back as we keep the legs nice and long and ground the heels down towards the earth. Relax the head so there's no extra tension through the neck and shoulders, and rotate your biceps forward as you shrug through the shoulders here. Good. We'll gently start to pedal our feet left and right, grounding the heels one at a time. Good. And then we'll take those small walks up for our feet to come up and meet the hands. So instead of just taking one large step, think about taking maybe an inch of a step with your right foot and then straightening that leg. And then bending your left knee as you step that foot forward and then straightening. And then just take your time as you slowly walk the feet up towards the front of the mat. You come up onto your fingertips because your hamstrings are going to get tighter as the feet get closer to your body. And then take your time, land in hip distance apart, gently forward fold as you grab opposite elbows. Give yourself a small opportunity to sway left and right with bent knees to help find a little bit of traction for the spine. And then we'll gently release the hands all the way down towards the earth. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, lengthen through the back of the legs. And then as you exhale, find that nice big forward fold. You can always do this with bent knees. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold as you release and let it go. On your next inhale, we'll reach the arms all the way up towards the sky as you rise up to the top. And then exhale, release the hands all the way down by your sides. Good. We'll find a little bit of a lateral bend because we did flexion, extension, and we did the twists. So on our next inhale, we reach both arms nice and high. And then exhale, take a side bend over towards the right. Inhale, lengthen up towards the sky. And then exhale, side bend over towards the left. We'll do one more on each side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull the navel in to the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach the arms back up towards the sky one final time. And then as you exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana as you let it come to the ground. Inhale again, flat back, Adho Uttanasana, lengthen the spine forward. And then again, as you exhale, plant the hands, step your feet all the way back towards the back, finding a nice long plank pose. And then Chaturanga Dandasana, you could always do this on knees and lower down halfway, just keeping the elbows back as you keep your chest pulled back as well. And then as you slowly lower down, inhale, lift the chest and upward facing, Urdhva Mukha or Cobra. And then as you exhale again, tuck the toes and lift your hips all the way up and back in your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. On your next inhale, you'll reach the right leg up towards the sky, finding some space and length through the leg. And then as you exhale, bring that knee towards your nose and step the foot forward to meet the hands. Once the foot lands, the back foot is going to pivot so that the entire foot ends up on the floor. And then you're going to reach the arms open in a nice strong warrior two. Good. We'll find a little bit of an opening through the shoulders. Flip that right hand over, find that big reverse. And then as you exhale, over towards the side angle, as you rest that right elbow down onto that right thigh, reaching that left arm up overhead. Good. Inhale again into reverse, Virabhadrasana. And then exhale again, over towards your side angle. Beautiful. We'll find that one more time. Inhale, open and reach. And then exhale. Left arm comes overhead. Inhale nice and big as you come back up strong into your warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. And then as you exhale, we'll straighten out that front leg and then turn the toes in. So now both toes are pointed in and your heels are pointed out. We'll bring the arms out to the side, reaching the arms out nice and wide. And then as you exhale, find a nice big forward fold. You can bring your hands down towards the earth, or you can grab onto your ankles as you gently pull yourself through. Make sure there's no extra tension through your head, neck, and shoulders as we breathe here for 3. Good. If you do experience vertigo, rather than dropping your head, you can lift the head and then just gaze down towards the earth. And that will help with the vertigo as well. Just giving you options just in case. One more breath. And then take your time to gently bend through the knees. Use that to bring yourself all the way up to stand. Reach your arms all the way back out to the side, open through the chest, and then rotate your right toes towards the front as well. Good. From there, we'll find a triangle, Utthita Trikonasana, reaching the arms forward as you lengthen through your spine through your right ribs, and then gently bring that hand down to either the shin, the ankle, or the big toes, whatever you can grab as you reach that left arm high. The right leg is straight without locking out the knee, finding a little bit of strength here as we keep rotating the left ribs open as well as the left hips. And we'll find 2 breaths. And last one. And inhale here. And then as you exhale, we'll gently bend into that right knee to help us lift all the way back up to stand. And then we'll sweep that left arm down and up as we reach it towards the front, pivoting that back foot, reaching the arms high, bending into that right knee. Before you exhale and plant both of your hands back down towards the earth. Send the right foot back to meet the left. And then if you'd like to do your vinyasa, you can do it here, Chaturanga Dandasana. Any variation is fine, whether it's on your knees or full length. And then inhale into upward facing or cobra. And then again, either onto your knees or all the way up and back through your toes to find your Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward dog. And we'll rotate to the other side, reaching that left leg high. And then as you exhale, bring that knee towards your nose so that you can anchor it forward and step the foot forward to meet the hands. The back foot will pivot to 45 degrees so that the entire foot is on the floor, and then you'll open it up again to find your warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Yeah, keep rotating that left hip open. Same with the right hip, they're pulling away from each other. Nice strong arms. And then you're going to flip that left hand over, reach it up overhead as you take that right hand to that back leg. Use that as the inhale. And then exhale to side angle as you drop that elbow to that thigh, reaching that right arm up overhead. Moving back and forth between those for two more. Inhale, reach. And then exhale again, back down and over. One more time, inhale, rise. And then exhale again, back down and over. Inhale, bring yourself back up to warrior two, nice and strong. And then as you find that, straighten out that left leg this time. Same thing, rotate the left toes in. And then take a nice big inhale as you lace the hands behind the back. Open through the chest, take a nice big breath in. And then from here, exhale as you forward fold one more time, this time with the shoulder open as you take the arms up overhead. Do your best to keep pressing the palms together, and that might not take you as far as you'd like, but it's a better place to be than to have your elbows locked out and then to have your palms open. So press the palms together, use the strength to help open into your chest. And allow yourself to breathe for three more. Final two. That last one. Take your time to gently bend the knees, pull the knuckles up towards the sky, and that'll help you come all the way back up to stand. And then inhale, open up the arms back out to the sides. Turn your left toes out towards the left side. And then we'll find Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose on the left side. So reach through your left ribs, find some space and length, and then bring that left hand down to either your shin, the ankle, or the thigh, just avoiding the knee as you reach that right arm up towards the sky. Again, allow your right ribs to rotate open, allowing your right hip to do the same. Being nice and light with that left hand, a lot of core is helping you stay up as you reach the right arm. And we got two more. Beautiful, last one. Good, inhale here. Exhale, small bend in the left knee as you bring yourself up off the exhale breath. And then we're going to take our right arm and sweep it down and up as we pivot the back leg. Inhale, reach the arms up as you bend into that left knee. And then exhale, both hands plant down towards the earth again. And then final, send the left leg all the way back behind you. And you can always skip the chaturanga and find child's pose, but if you'd like to join me, lower yourself down halfway. Roll over the toes as you reach the heart up towards the sky or beneath it. And then exhale all the way back to your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Beautiful. Take a nice big inhale here. Followed by a big exhale, open mouth as you let it go. We'll do that one more time. Big breath in. Followed by a big exhale out. And look forward towards the front of the mat. And then you're just going to walk yourself through the hands and find your seat. Once our bottoms meet the mat, we're going to bring Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of our feet together. Gently allow our knees to open out nice and wide. And then we'll take our forward fold. You can use your elbows to gently press down to help open up into your hips. And make sure you drop the head so that there's no extra tension through your neck and shoulders, while still maintaining that nice, long, even breath. Good. One final breath here. And then from our Baddha Konasana, we'll gently roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time, and then take our time to land in our Supta Baddha Konasana on our backs. So take our times, use your core, control yourself on the way down, hopefully better than I did. And once you land, take your time to allow your knees to stay open for just a little bit as we feel that gentle arch happening through our lower back. And then on our next inhale, we'll reach the arms all the way up overhead, finding that upper body stretch. And then as you exhale, gently close the knees and bring the arms down at the same time. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, arms up overhead, open the knees. And then exhale, arms down, close the knees. We'll bring the knees back into our chest, giving ourselves one final big hug as we hug our knees into the chest. Maybe pick up our forehead and our shoulders to meet the knees, and then take a nice big breath in, fill yourself up at the top, and then take a pause for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release the body, release the breath, and find yourself in your final resting place, your Shavasana spouse. So as we find comfort on our backs, if you need a little bit of support and some comfort today, you can take one hand over the heart and one hand over the belly. If you'd like to feel nice and open to whatever the universe has to offer to you today, you can bring your hands out to the side, palms facing up so that your shoulders naturally open. Trust that the earth has got you and it's fully supporting your practice in your body. Allow it to soften as you unclench your hips, your shoulders, your jaw, all the small muscles of the face. Even letting that long Ujjayi pranayama, your breath, to come back to its natural pace and rhythm. As you check in with the body, the mind, as well as your emotions, and take this opportunity, just let go, find gratitude. Allow yourself to take one last moment with yourself, acknowledging and noticing anything and everything that's come. Gentle reminder that you're doing an amazing job, that you are exactly as you are. Where you slowly start to awaken by taking a nice full breath in, and then another full breath out. Finding small movements to your fingers, your toes. Allowing one last full body stretch that does call to you today as you reach in opposite directions. Taking your time to slowly bend through the knees. As you roll over to your favorite side, coming into that comfortable fetal position, just to help you reset. Whenever you feel ready, please take your time. Allow yourself to slowly but surely rise to your comfortable seat. Once you rise, take one hand over the heart, one hand over the belly. Gratitude for this practice, your body, this space. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide yours today. From my heart to yours. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you at the next one.